which is awesome. I love it. This is great. Not entirely certain on how this is going to work, but I'm interested. This is kind of a test, but it is Sunday, and this is a day that we usually give thanks and praise, and we are full of gratitude for each other. This is a time of great awakenings, and for those who follow me, they know that I love my dog Tia, and Tia right now is going for a little nap. I'm trying to learn this format more so because Tony D is doing this, and so is Richard. So I notice right now that I'm on the free, and the free you still get 2 streams for nothing. So if you wanted to go 5 streams, I guess you pay the 14.95 or whatever it is. But the quality of it, from what I can see here, is equivalent to going live on YouTube. And it was pretty seamless. I noticed though, when I was on Firefox, I couldn't use it. I had to be on Chrome. I also use Linux. So if you like streaming and you have 2 platforms you want to be on simultaneously, I highly recommend this. Now, do I have to click this? Oh, okay. So there is a little button here, so I know. Okay. It is a little bit like Habs. It's similar. I haven't quite figured out what everything does, but I will. And you can share a screen. This is interesting. Not entirely sure what it does. I'm going to have to figure out the features. Today, we have multiple games that are going to be going on. Right now, we're in the third quarter, and the Ravens and the Titans are currently battling it out. And it looks like it's a close one. And for those who were betting on the game, wow. Because we're looking currently, it's 18 for the Ravens and 13 for the Titans. And the Ravens this year have been all over the board. It has not been an easy year for them. Not even for a moment. So I'm looking here, and it looks like Derrick Henry is back, which is great. And Zay Flowers looks like he's getting some traction. He's an undervalued asset. OBJ is also supposed to be there. He is a huge hit in England. They love him. He is like a local star. Now, if I keep this below 2, you can go free. But if you go above 2, you start to pay. But I don't think the quality changes much. I think you can play music on here. I haven't quite figured out how to do that. So if you wanted to play some videos, you could do that. Anybody who is watching, and if you watch it later, please put hashtag restream. You can see it in the corner there. But this is perfect for anybody who is on a budget that has no money, zero money, or you have a little money and you can afford to pay. I think it's discounted right now. It's $14. Now, I don't know if that's Canadian, but that seems to be the plan. Why don't we quickly have a quick look here? See if I can get this to help me here. Let's go. Okay, so if I shrink this, that helps me a little bit. I can go here, and that helps me even more. Okay, so then we go to interesting. I like this. This is good. This is really good. I think I could get used to this. How do you guys feel right now about Jalen Hurts? Do you feel like he's playing up to his potential? Patrick Mahomes right now is, I think, in the valley, but doing well. And do you know what I mean by that? Sometimes in your life, you're doing enough things right that everything is going to work out okay. You're doing okay. Now, the one thing I don't see is a microphone level. Oh, there it is. There it is there. And I wonder, can I turn it up? Oh, it's at 100%. Okay. It's eerily similar to Habs. Very, very similar. Joe Burrow. Hopefully he has a great game today. I'm a little concerned about his injury. How do you guys feel about the rebound that Justin Fields had? Did that work well for you? Trevor Lawrence is showing signs this year in the last couple of minutes, in the last couple of games, that he is back on his stride. Jamar Chase is also looking like his old self. Sometimes I think people don't realize how difficult it is to play at that level, right? It is so difficult. I would love, though, if we can for a moment, are you going through what I would consider to be awakening symptoms? And that would be where you go outside and you can feel the trees, literally feel the energy of the trees. You can hear now more deeply than you've ever heard before. Mark, hey, I know you. Hey, I know you back. Social comments. How are you doing, Mark? Are you treating yourself well? I hope you're treating yourself well. I'm now that this is the one thing that I've noticed with all these platforms. You don't get the comics. You don't get the comics. You don't get the comments from Twitter. Did you, as a kid, buy comics? Anybody? If you did, do hashtag comics. When I was very young, I used to go to a cottage and there used to be all these comics, thousands of them. And I mean literally thousands of comics. And there was nothing to do. There was no internet. You know, there were some books to read. There was no television. I don't think there was a radio. And you had to, for the first time, entertain yourself. In my generation, we would go outside and play. We'd ride our bike. We'd go swimming. We'd get into things. We'd find a way to entertain ourselves, to imagine, to dream each and every day, right? I think children are losing that ability. I think we're just swiping back and forth all the time, you know? And we're kind of in this program or this matrix. We're all a little bit zombified. And I think it's really important to reconnect with your pets. And if you can get outside and just breathe fresh air, like if you live in the city, go and drive if you have access to a vehicle. If you don't have access to a vehicle, then I suggest go to a wooded area. Every city has it. I have one very close to here. In fact, I might take my own advice today. But in these times of quickening and awakening, you have to be very careful of who you are, what you are, and where you're headed. And because you can get lost, very lost in the fields. So it looks like I'm going to end this. I'm going to have a look at it, see if it actually went to Twitter. And I will do another broadcast in a few minutes and try a couple of different features. But this is pretty amazing. I'm highly, what's the word? Impressed. Thank you so much.